Alright, hello? Hello? Okay, seems like it's working. Seems like you all can hear me, so I think we're ready. Alright.
This is the tale thus far.
Again, I'm sorry that my commentary is kind of lackluster.
The Drench Fort was dry, but the horsemen loosed its waters. And then the makers rejoiced, for the forge burned anew. From its fires they made a key, one which could awaken stone.
Alrighty, so... Ah, crap. Alright, I think I'm actually going to do a fast travel here. Because I want to get over to here. And so, sorry my commentary has been kind of lackluster. Part of that is because it's like 100% my fault, just me being bad at commentating. The other part is also the fact that like I don't have much I can say, honestly. Like that's another reason why my commentary is kind of bad. I don't have much to say because I've played this game so many times, and it's like I don't know where things are, but like I know.
Come closer. Fresh merchandise.
I know that probably makes no sense to you, and I don't blame you. I honestly don't blame you. I can't blame you, honestly. I can't. I can't blame you. But still, I'm saving up for that. I want that. I know what I'm going to invest in now. And so now that I've purchased a respec, I can reallocate my stats. So wait, what am I doing? We can't get up here yet, as I'm sure most of you, well, not most, but some of you probably know. But we will be able to get up there eventually, just not right now. Here it is. That's how I get up there. Alright. Anyway, so I'm gonna head on over to the place, the Shattered Forge. I'm gonna head over there to do the dungeon there, because there's a side quest attached, and well, I want to do the side quest. I don't know why it feels like I'm moving so much slower than I used to, but it feels like I'm moving so much slower than I used to. Like it's weird. I say used to, I mean like on the 360 version of the game. So I'm gonna look around here for... Aha! I knew it! Are you kidding me? Wow. That's another thing that sometimes feels like a problem, is that occasionally it feels like the controls are less responsive than they were on the 360. Now that may very well just be a an Xbox versus PlayStation thing. Could just be something with the definitive edition. I don't know, but either way, it's not like, it doesn't ruin the experience, obviously. Like, I am having fun with this, but I just don't know what to say, because I just can't make jokes about this game. There's nothing I can do. Like, but I don't want to do no commentary like I already mentioned in the last video, but it's just, I don't know. It's like, this is one of those, I'm in one of those situations where it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Or at least it is for me. Regardless, I don't really know what where anything is right now. Like, again, a lot of these, like, I haven't seen a guide of this in ages, like, in years. Like, all of my knowledge of where things are based off of muscle memory and, like, subconscious directions from my, you know, past experience. But then again, I guess muscle memory... Actually, muscle memory is like it's a different type of memory, now that I think about it, because when people get amnesia, they typically retain their memories and whatnot, but at the same time, they usually remember how to talk. Like with amnesia, you forget stuff relating to your identity, but you don't forget, like knowledge or skills, which is something that I don't fully understand it, because I'm not an expert on amnesia, but still. Alright, so let me see. I don't see a shiny anywhere, so I don't think... Damn it. I don't think that there's a gem in here. Or rather, a bite stone. I still don't understand why that name was necessary. 3 ghouls? Better than 2, I'd hope. So, once again, just looking around to see if there's a stone bite. It's like, I've never found all the stone bites in the game. And as a matter of fact, The stone bites in the game are really broken because they can grant stat increases, but they might have changed that in this edition, in the definitive edition, which is such a bad pun. Like it, I don't even. Just, yeah. It's a bad pun. It's a bad pun. Like it's a bad pun. Anyways, though, so oh, that reminds me, you can't get that yet. Like, you can't get that yet. Like, we have to wait for a long time. Actually, I think there is a way, because I don't know why I need the death claws. Not death claw, I need the death grip. Why did I say claw? What the hell? That was like random as all hell. Let's see, is there any shinies? Like, anything? Book of Dead Page or anything like that? No? Bummer. Oh well. No, I don't need the death grip. So does this blow up automatically? No. No, it doesn't. I'm gonna throw 2 of them over there. And now... So... I think there was, like, man. I think you're meant to have, like, the soul grip or something, or the death grip, because I think the death grip can pull them up, like, or pull it across, rather. Yeah, I can't get that. Die. There we go. I feel like there's something nearby I can use. There's gotta be something. I think. I mean, I guess there's one way to find out. Do you automatically blow up? Yes. Yada yada jazzy. Why am I reluctant to go? Hold on. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Hold on. Hang on. Before I... Fuck. The hell? Okay. Not enough rock. need more, He says that all the damn time. Dead ass serious. Okay, I'm gonna head on back up because I need to check a couple things out. I know there's probably nothing, like absolutely nothing there, but I am inclined to look, like, out of compulsion, even though, like, there's absolutely no need to. I feel like there's something there. Because I remember not having the death grip and doing this dungeon. For some weird-ass reason, I remember doing it. And I have no idea why. And quite frankly, it is kind of bothering me. What the hell did I do to get through this? Like, and there's some sort... I know there's like a legendary weapon in there. I'll have to get it later, somehow. Yeah, there's something in there. I'm gonna have to come back. I'll have to come back with the death thing. Death grip. What a pain in my ass. Alright, I'll come back with that later. With the death grip to get that. Anyways, for now, let's just move on. Open the chest. And just get gold and absolutely no goodies. Slightly less useless, but still useless. I'm not using the Measure of Carnus, am I? No, I'm not. Yeah, this thing's power is a lot higher, so we're gonna be using this. Because it is the superior weapon. This is, yep, construct. I think over here, like, you encounter, like, you see some sentinels flying overhead, I think. Why do I keep doing that? It's getting to the point where it's starting to, like, drive me ballistic. So, basically, Wrath on Execute versus Health on Execute. I think we all know which one I'm picking. Health, because health... Like, I don't get health back from every attack I make yet. I will later on, but not yet. Like, you always gotta look around, guys, to make sure you're not missing stone bites, because those things can give you, you know... Like, they can almost indefinitely increase your stats well beyond what it's supposed to be. Like, and because every time you do New Game Plus, those things get reset. Which, as I am sure you can guess, is pretty broken. Also, they can give you skill points, so even when you're at max upgrade, which I have reached before, by the way, the highest level in the game, you know, you can still get more skill points. By the way, I'm more of a hybrid build. I'm not a pure Harbinger, as you can guess from the existence of necromancy skills in my build, but yada yada daze. Says me. We'll be checking that out shortly. But first, I want to get this chest. Wait. I don't think anyone here has heard my. I don't think anyone here has heard the gag yet. Oh, I can't wait to. Oh, I'm doing that. I know what I'm doing. I know you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Alright, so going up and down. And there are the sentinels, which means we should be getting the final ingredient to the woman's thing. Alright. Time for you to die. Hold on. And there we go. That basically settles it. So, yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so, moving on. Onwards and not so much upwards. Wait. So Alright. Hold on, my children. Let me do this, my shot. I believe I went down. What a limp throw. Okay. This is gonna be a while. So go ahead and get your get your drinks, get your popcorn ready, cause I'm gonna be at this for a while. Because anyways, I'll be doing this for like the next mother. Okay. That's something that happens. Alright, sure. You have to make a hard landing. If you don't, then you're gonna end up throwing it by accident and yeeting it. Wow. Great logic, game. Great logic. I so admire your logistical abilities. Well, I shouldn't say logistical. Just straight up logic, really. I am missing stuff, and that's basically guaranteed certainty at this point. Yeah. I'm a moron. I backtracked. Hut. Open says me. I think that's an environmental death, but I don't think I've died in combat yet. So, I mean, I think that, I hope that says something. I hope this is something about my abilities. There it is. I think dirty, guys, because that's what's coming up. Skull fuck! Fuck the skull with the key. That's exactly what you do, too. Or at least Or at least that's how it looks. That's how it looks to me. Like it's literally what you do. You shove the key into the skull's mouth. Like, was that really necessary? Like, I can't help but feel as if they were deliberately being dirty-minded when they designed that. Like, I can't help it. I can't help but think that just, oh man, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. That's all there is to it. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and head on out of this place, because, sure, I'm gonna come back, but I mean, like, it's not that hard to navigate. Like, well, I say navigate as in it won't be that hard for me to just get the death grip and then just cut it and come back later. Like, just, you know, come back after I've got it. Or rather, come back when I get there. Like, you know, start the stream up when I get there, so. Anyways, seemed to it seemed to me like it was, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to explain that, because I'm butchering everything I try to say at this point. What kind of horses were these things called? I think they were called phantom horses in, like, the comic or something. Ruin is wars. Despair is death's thing, and, what was Furious Horse's name again? I completely forgot. I do not remember at all. What was it? I completely forgot. Wow. Alrighty, so here we are. This lets you get gold and free potions, so it's very advisable to smash those up, because you can get money and you can avoid spending money, which both of those are very good things. Get off. Hold on. I gotta. Hang on. Huh. So now I have max potions. And here we go. So now we're on the now we're on like Rolly McWheelie. And if I can aim, there we go. I can aim! Aren't you proud of me? No. No, I'm not. I'm very disappointed in you, child. Right. The area coming up is hell, by the way. Just thought I should mention that. Whoa. I always feel like I'm missing stuff when I play this game. I always feel like I'm missing something. I'm sorry if you heard that I was scratching my nose and accidentally scratching my mic. So sorry if you heard like some weird ear rapey noise. Again, sorry. Sorry. Anyways, let us let us move on. Yes, of course, my dear. Yes, of course. Bah. Alright, I'm gonna just take a look around to see what's there, and I'm gonna just... Why do I feel like... Maybe I didn't... I think it's coming up, actually. This isn't this area. I think I was misremembering. I think it's the area... I know it's in this, like... within this, section. Also, this is something that kind of does bug me a bit. Like... It's the amount of backtracking this game, like, apparently I can't English. Okay. Noted. But it's just the fact that this game demands so much backtracking. Now, granted, I don't inherently have a problem with backtracking. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with backtracking. In fact, I like backtracking a lot in a lot of the Mega Man X games to get the upgrade items and to complete to 100% the game. The problem, well, the problem is that I'm not a, like, I don't like having to go back through all of these areas to, like, just to get chest. And mind you, a lot of these chests are things I get, like, late in the game. Like you need Void Walker, or you need, like, Soul Splitter. Soul Splitter you get midway through the game, so that's fine, but... Like, Void Walker is, like, 75% of the game, 75% through the game. And I remember a lot of the loot not really being worth it. Or at the very least, being, like, questionable, considering how hard I had to work to get to the point where I could even do it, to even, like, solve the puzzle to get the loot. So sometimes I feel like the amount of time you have to wait. As well as the effort that it takes to actually do it isn't worth it. At least, again, sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. That's amusing. Anyway, so this game does look, does look really good. But I mean, like, compared to the original, like, and I don't mean compared to, and like, especially if you compare it to the original Darksiders, like, the first Darksiders, like, that came out on the 360 and PlayStation 3. Yeah, this game looks amazing. But at the same time, like, the colors and art style of the original Darksiders 2, look, still to this day, looks pretty good in my eyes. Like, I still played the 360 version. And it looks pretty good, at least to me. So, like, that tells me that the people who designed this game were very aware of the limitations of the 360 and did their best to work around it. Similar to how how Bungie developed Halo 3. Like, they worked around the hardware limitations of the Xbox 360 in order to develop a game that, to this day, still looks pretty good. Doesn't look perfect these days. Its age does show a little, but not a lot. Like, honestly, the part about Halo 3 that makes it seem like an old game is its horrible netcode. But other than that, Halo 3 looks, looks like a game that was only made like a couple of years ago, largely due to its lighting that was very ahead of its time. Like, I only started seeing lighting on the level of Halo 3 and other games, like, in 2012. To put that into perspective.
What of Carvin's?
That's what we call the Stone of Construct Sentinels, to be specific.
I found...
Stupid! It brings back memories to see it again. Horseman!
What is it? The other will follow. What can you tell me about this place?
I've been here but the once. The time I tried to tip a construct.
A fine sport.
Aye, it is. I could but nudge him an inch before my nerves gave out. The whole time, I felt Muria watching.
Ooh. The two games that came out in like the late 2000s that were really ahead of their time were Devil May Cry 4 and Halo 3. Both of those games looked really good when they came out, and they still look good today. Like, that's how good, like, their art styles and lighting were made, to the point to where even today they still look good. And I think that's the reason why with the special edition of Halo... Halo? What? No. Devil May Cry 4, like, they didn't change much. They kept a lot of it the same. And I think that's just because the original game looked so good. Now, granted, they did make it so you could bypass the entire upgrade and just skip to being an overpowered god especially with Virgil. And I mean, like, sure, your red orbs transferred, over to, well, they didn't transfer over, but, like, they didn't get refunded. The thing is that even though the red orbs never got refunded, look at how big those things look when they're up close in person. But like, look at how small they look in the air. Bypass like most of the progression system and just, like, especially with your attacks and, you know, things like that, you could just buy your way to victory, more or less. Like, you could buy your way to being an overpowered god. You didn't have to bust your ass off like I did in the original Devil May Cry 4. Like, to unlock every move in the original, honestly, I'm not even sure I ever actually unlocked everything. Like, that's how hard that's how hard I worked. Like, so hard that I'm not sure I ever unlocked everything. And I put hundreds of hours into that game. Like, sleeping only 4 hours a night, which is less than I prefer, for like 2 weeks. And, like, barely stopping playing the game. Like, that's the kind of time I put into that. And the reason was because I enjoyed it. Now, granted, I played certain missions a lot more than others. And that's kind of why I don't play the Special Edition that much anymore, because it's just, like... It doesn't fix a lot of the problems I have with the level design. Now, granted, it does fix some instances. For example, I think with one of the characters, they don't have the weird-ass mist in that one level, but a lot of other ones do. And with Virgil, you can, using his, you know, his trick abilities, you can, like, sort of worm your way out of a lot of the would-be fatal situations. Well, not would-be fatal situations, but, like, you can sort of cheese your way to certain upgrade things that previously would have been a pain in the ass to get. Also, this is just something that I find kind of disgusting, is that some people ask for, you know, certain, types of pictures. Now, the reason I'm, like, euthanizing / censoring that is because I don't know how our robot overlords at YouTube are going to react if I actually say it. Because they're robot overlords, they don't understand us or care about us, they care about our money. They're robots. Why would you expect a robot to have feelings and care about your well-being? Like, that's asking to be disappointed, I feel. Alright, let's see. Where is the, nothing over here, so maybe there's something this way. It's just like, again, I know I'm, like, wandering around a lot, and my commentary is all over the place, and it's, like, bad, but still, just can't make jokes out of this game easily. I could make jokes out of some parts of it, but it's just like there aren't many parts to this game that I can make fun of, or you know, like that I can make fun of or use as the butt of a joke. There's not a lot of substance in that regard. Found you. Chuck you long enough. Seriously, that actually did take me a while. I wasn't sure. So. Now, how do I get my fat ass out of here? Aha. That's out. Rolly McWheelie's on the go. Look at his fat majesty trying to move and struggling and shaking the freaking building. Or at least that's what the controller seems to be thinking, considering how... That's the thing I don't like about PlayStation controllers. It's so hard to like they vibrate a lot. It's just something I don't like. I wish that it was easier to turn off vibrations. Like, sure, vibration isn't inherently a bad thing in the games, but it's just like, it's one of those cases where it's just like, it's fine, but was it necessary? It's like, it's one of those cases, at least to me. You know, nothing's wrong with it, but I have to ask, why was it done at all? What was the logic? Hold on, actually. Let me get Fat Boy over here. I wish there was a way to just dismount. No, I won off. Damn it. Here we go. Stop. God. Frickin' bloody oomph. Line up the shot. Line up the shot, Death. There we go. Lord. What a pain in my ass. Piercing damage, so 62 plus 18. I know that's like whatever. I'm not going to switch out yet, because I don't see the need to, but still. Alright. Going up. Going up. Bruh. Bruh. Come on. And we get to fuck another, and we get to go fuck another skull. 2 skulls in one day. Nice. Actually, I think it might be more skulls, but you know, like where I actually did the thing. That's something you can actually do to get out of those combos is if you dodge, then you won't actually you won't be stuck in this super slow ass heavy attack from the hammers, and I think that's something the devs like put in on purpose, knowing that no one wanted to sit there for hours on end. Hold on. Willie McRoley, cometh heareth. You're coming with me, child. Alright, so bringing this over here because I know it's gonna make my life a bit easier. Alright, so I'm gonna head on over here to smash things up. So yeah. Obviously this is a live stream, so I can't like speed this up, but yeah. If I could, I would. And I can't exactly pause the broadcast to, you know, to skip it that way. Even though pausing the broadcast doesn't actually pause it, it just means that it's no longer live. It doesn't actually, you know, like, it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't actually stop it from recording, like you'd think it would. But one of the biggest things about this is that I can't use YouTube to really record my Xbox's thing, and I hope that's something that's on the Xbox One. Not Xbox One, but the Xbox Series X, because if it is, that's gonna make that console 100% a worthy investment. Like, no ands, ifs, or buts. It's gonna be a worthy investment. Because that means I'll be able to record my Xbox games. I just hope it works with backwards compatibility, because if it doesn't, I'll be sad. Yeah, I understand making backwards. I understand that the streaming thing that they went with, Sony went with the PS4 is better than Microsoft's emulation as far as like price goes and effort, but it's just it makes it seem like they don't care as much about you. Like, it makes it seem like their money matters more to them. Like, it makes them seem like they care more about your money than they do your enjoyment of their service or product. Like, that's something I hate about a lot of things these days, is that they're willing to sacrifice quality for price, which is something that, honestly, is kind of disgusting to me. Like, it's just like they're willing to sacrifice quality for price, and that's something I don't like. Like, my opinion is that no matter what time of the week it is, you know, making a product that my customers, no matter, I don't care if I don't, like, even if I were a businessman, right? Even if I don't make back the entire budget that I put into something, I would not give a damn about it. As long as those few people who did buy it loved it, then I'd say every penny I spent on that was well used. like, if I made a game or a movie, right? It's like, and this is something I hate about trend following. Trends die out. Don't follow trends. If anything, do the opposite of what is trendy. So, like, this is just an example, but let's say that, like, futuristic first-person shooters with advanced mobility were trending, right? Then do you want to know what you can do? Want to know what the better choice is? Don't make a trend. No, do not. Don't follow the trend, make a trend. Either do something that hasn't been done, or do something that people think is outdated. For example, a corridor style, free roam, shooting gallery type of game, like Wolfenstein. You know? Like, wanna know how Call of Duty can make itself more unique? Or how Call of Duty can do something different and cool that'll make it where people won't be as tired of it? They could do a single-player only game that's inspired by, like, Wolfenstein and classic Doom. Something that's boots on the ground, has limited advanced mobility, like, you know, like it's got a, like, you can jump. Maybe crouch, and that might very well be it. And you might be able to sprint, but I mean, you're mostly in confined areas, and it's very archaic. Doing that will be really, really beneficial because it's something that isn't common these days. It's rare. It's not a trend. It's rare. And it's something I wish more games did. Like, you know, you'll make more money by going against what is trending. Because if your game follows the trend, once that trend dies, then your game dies. Plus, it's like, why would someone leave a game they already love for something else that does the exact same thing? Why would someone do that? I wouldn't. You know, it's like, there's a game on here, there's a game on one of these things. It's like, I think it was Horizon Zero Dawn, and like, that game, and I'm not kidding, is a game I already own. It's a Far Cry game. I think it's Far Cry 4 or Far Cry 5? One of those two. But, like, it's a game I already own. Why would I buy a game I already own? Like, why would I do that? Why? Why would I buy a game, basically buy a game I already own? You know, like, what's the point? You know, you see what I mean? Like, what's the point to that? Why would I do that? What's the reason? Why should I? Why should I do that? Why should I care enough to do that? Like, and that's the thing. It's just like, why would I buy a game like, say, like, let's say if Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3 like came out today, right? Or came out, let's say they haven't already been released and they're coming out tomorrow. Like, let's just say that. But I already own Titanfall 2. So why would I go buy those games just to get dollar store Titanfall? Titanfall 2. Like, why would I do that? You see what I mean? Why would I go buy a game that isn't giving me something new? Why would I go buy the same game? But, however, if something like, say, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of something that's not, like, everywhere these days. It's something like, say, it's something like Halo 3 or Halo 3 ODST came out today, right? Then I would buy that. Wanna know why? Because I don't already own it. It's not something that's everywhere. It's something that I don't already own. It's something different. It's like the reason why, like, I bought Fallen Order because it was Star Wars. But the thing is, the game I already owned Sekiro. So if I were a Souls fan, which I am, by the way, but if I weren't a Star Wars fan, I would never have bought Fallen Order, or, you know, on the 360, not 360, but Xbox One. You know, because it was Diet Sekiro. You know, again, it goes back to what I said before. Why would I buy a game I already own? Or buy a game that's just giving me something I already have? Why would I do that? What do I gain from such a thing? I don't gain anything, and that's the problem. I get nothing out of it. Nothing. There'd be no reason for it if I didn't like Star Wars. But luckily for Fallen Order, I do like Star Wars. And so I bought it, largely because of the fact it was a single-player game that had no microtransactions, and I mean, that was what sold me. That was what sold me on Fallen Order. I didn't even need to know it was like Dark Souls. I just needed to know that this game was single-player only, and it had no microtransactions. Like, it had no battle pass, had no multiplayer, had no microtransactions, had no bullshit. It was just a good old-fashioned single-player game. And that, I was sold. I bought it immediately. Like, that was the selling point. And the reason is because you don't get a lot of single-player focused games. A lot of games put so much emphasis on their multiplayer these days. I don't care about multiplayer. That's why I don't like Fortnite. I don't give a shit about multiplayer. I like single player. I want to play by myself. Solo. Alone. No BS. Like, I want to play by myself and just have fun. But a lot of the time, I can't really do that. And the reason is because honestly, makes me kind of sad. The reason is because people, like, EA thought that no one wanted single-player games, right? Like, they estimated that Star Wars, you know, Fallen Order, you know, well, I think it's actually Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I think. But whatever, you know. They estimated that it would sell 5 million copies. It sold 11 million copies. And occasionally you're still going to get a new purchase. For example, I already had Halo 3 on the Master Chief Collection, but I bought Halo 3 for the Xbox 360. I bought that too. Because I liked that game that much that I was willing to buy it again. And I bought Halo Custom Edition. Well, Halo PC, I should say, even though I already had 2 versions of the Anniversary Edition. Why? Because I liked the game. I wanted the game. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I wanted to play it. It's like, I liked the game. It's like, I liked the game so much that I was willing to buy it for the PC so I could have mods. I liked the game so much that I was willing to buy it on the Xbox 360 so I could have the original customization to customize my character. Because I loved the game so strongly. I liked the game so much that I was willing to do that. But the thing about a lot of modern games is that a lot of modern games don't get it. Like, a lot of modern game companies don't seem to understand that. That you don't need microtransactions to make your money back. Like, and I understand a lot of that is due to the executives and stock investors and shareholders wanting to replace their souls with an endless supply of cash. Well, I shouldn't say replace, I should say fill the hole where their soul should be with an endless amount of cash. Because they don't have a soul. They're not replacing it, they just didn't have one. Because if they did, they wouldn't need all that money. You know, it's just like, people won't leave something they love for something they like, but they can learn to love something new. And that's the thing. If you already love something and something else comes out but it does the same thing, why are you going to leave the thing you love for something that gives you the same thing, but in a different coat of paint? Why would you do that? But you could learn to love a game that gives you something you don't have in your library. Something unique, different, and original. Something good. Something that's quality. Something that doesn't exist to take your money, but something that exists to fulfill the purpose. You know, a TV show is meant to entertain. But the thing is that a lot of the time, what they do is they'll, like, due to budget restraints and shit, right? Like they'll try to do mass appeal. They don't make shows for, like, fringe audiences or rare audiences. You don't get those things. You don't get shows like that anymore. You don't get these niche shows. You get these broad audiences because they don't want to just they don't pick an audience and they don't pick an audience, right? So let's say your audience is weebs or Japan or something, you know, anime fans, right? So you make something that anime fans will love. Screw other people. Screw Lego fans. You know, screw everyone else. You want to appeal specifically to anime fans. It's like, and if there's some overlap in the people who are going to like the game, then that's good. But again, it's like Star Wars Battlefront, not Battlefront, but Fallen Order, a large reason why it succeeded was because it was not just banking on the Star Wars market, but also the Dark Souls, you know, fan base as well. As a result, there was more than enough people to, you know, to give their money to it in order to, you know, buy the game. Because they had two large audiences that were relatively mainstream, especially in regards to gaming. That resulted in a lot of these. That resulted in a lot of, you know, but that resulted in a lot of, you know, overlap in two large communities, and so it sold really well. But if it was just banking off the Souls fan base, or off of the, you know, especially the Souls fan base, right, and not Star Wars, then because Fallen Order is just Diet Sekiro, it's Diet Sekiro. That's literally what it is, and the only thing that makes it different from Sekiro is that you don't have prosthetic arms that you can use, and also you use a lightsaber instead of a katana. But if you used a katana, it would be Sekiro at a slower pace. Diet Sekiro. You know, it would not have sold as well as it did. But because Star Wars was involved, and there isn't a Souls-like there wasn't ever a Souls-like Star Wars game, it sold a lot better than it would have otherwise. Similar logic here. Hold on. I'm gonna mess these bastards up. I was unaware that I just did an execution. Huh. Neato. And so, because of that, I didn't really... And it's just like, but let's look at a common example of a game that, at least to me, sacrifices quality to make money. Well, there's actually a few. There's Destiny, like the original. There's Call of Duty World War II, among other things. But let's focus on World War II. Call of Duty World War II. Let's focus on that. Alright, good. So because Call of Duty World War II, you know, Call of Duty World War II is literally, not joking, Call of Duty World at War with less guns, fewer factions, and it's like the multiplayer is a watered down version of World at War. And the single player is lazy, generic, uncreative, and you ask me, straight up garbage. I don't like the multiplayer. Not multiplayer, I mean, I don't like that campaign. Like how you just cut it into. Skeletal. What? What? What did I just get? I know I know that wasn't in the original, and I know like they redid a lot of stuff, but I need to see this. Health steal. I approve, and I'm using that. And that is something that I really, really don't like that much, is that
I cannot.
that's not going to give me health on execute, so I am a little hesitant to use it, but as you can see, you gotta come all the way back in here, which is something that bothers me. Anyways, wakey wakey, scum.
You may, not yet. The Maker said, "Without you, will you help me?" Oh, yeah.
Like, you can ask questions, but you can't. Oh, man.
Shall we?
Hold on, little one.
Like, you have to go, not even joking, all the way to the end. You have to go all the way to the back of the temple. Like, oh my god. You have no idea how much of a pain in my ass that is. You have no idea how much of a pain in my ass that is. Anyways, this is just going to be me just more or less speed running through, trying to get to the end, so yeah. Alright, let me, So it's basically a straight line almost. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Well, I did miss one, so have to make a pit stop. But other than that, it's just a straight line. Alright, so I go through that door. Alright. Alright, got a mental map in my head now, so I should be fine. Open says me. Go. I think there's probably an achievement for beating this game without dying once. Just for the record, I'm probably never gonna ever get that. Well, that's assuming it actually exists. It might not. Again, that's just an assumption.
This is no place for a horse.
Anyways, we have a few, you know, we got a couple side quests to complete before we're able to, well, not before we're able to, but before I want to call this a wrap, so, Alright, so, why do I keep doing that? Gosh. I'm a pain in my own ass, apparently. Duly noted. Anyways, we're gonna go wake up Oren and go get his things, you know, like his things. What are they called? You know, his limbs. There we go. Man, sometimes I feel like an airhead. It's like, I'm not an airhead, I know that much for a fact. I mean, I'd like to think the fact that I've never cheated on a test, and the fact that I don't usually fail things, I'd like to think that speaks for itself, but honestly, considering how, like, just modern public education is trash, just straight up. And if you want to hear a manifesto about it, then I don't know, maybe I'll make some sort of dedicated video or something, just casually playing some other game, or maybe I'll like do a manifesto of that in the Crucible or something if you guys are interested in hearing that, considering the Crucible is wave-based, so.
Who disturbs my sleep? A fleshling in a forge land. You have the look of neither angel nor demon. When last I worked, they were the children of creation. But your kind, I do not recognize.
How long have you been sleeping?
How long? That I do not know. But I seem to be half my normal stature. The construct sleep, the stone wonders. Perhaps you might find my wayward self and return it to me.
How can I do that?
Take this. A piece of me to awaken the old stone and remind it of life.
What should I call you?
Aura was what I was called in flesh, but in stone, I have no name.
Alright, so this is not going to take very long. One of the limbs is nearby. In fact, two of them are in the Drenchport area. And the other two are in the not Drenchport area, whose name I completely forgot. Because I'm a dummy, apparently. That made sense. The first thing I want to do is check this, because I think this is... Not that I think this is more likely, but more so that it's just... I think it's a smarter move to check it here. So I'm thinking it's over there, though, since I didn't find anything. There are no ones in this area. Well, this general area, I should say. Wait. Go back. I think I missed it. Aha! Ooh, I mocked a roo. Currently, I'm waiting. Well, I'm not waiting for anything in particular. I'm just waiting to build up a decent amount of the stones before I go and, you know, trade them in, because I want to be able to make the various different combos of the stones. Here it is. Alright, can I get back to playing, please? Lag. Well, actually, I know it's not lagging, it's just, it's loading, but still. I wish these things didn't need to load so much, like... I wish they did a more gradual loading so that, like, the FPS doesn't drop much. Now, like, instead of... And that's something I like about some games, is that they load, but they still let you move around and play the game. And while you're loading, all you get is, like, you might get some mild artifacting, and you might get some things, like, popping in and out as they get loaded, but you don't stop. Like, the game doesn't stop. Like, see? It doesn't do that. It may not be for long, but still it does that, and I don't like it. Like, this game was originally made in 2012, alright? Oh, and this game's single player only. Did I mention that? Because if I didn't, then now I have. And so it's just like, people like single-player only games. They're not outdated or whatever. Like, people still want classic style Doom, like 1993 style Doom, just with more modern graphics. Some people want that, myself included. Like, I don't need modern, air quotes, modern features or gameplay mechanics in my game. Would I like modern graphics? Of course. Of course, I would like a remastered Doom game, the Doom games, to be remastered into modern graphics, to look more realistic and stuff, and look more like Doom 2016, but I want them to play like they always have. And I'm fine with that. I like that. But these days, people just... It's like... When you... Updating a game is... Like, if you update a game, that's not good. Like, Minecraft handled updates really well. Because, or at least it used to. It used to handle updates well. Because it used to be that those updates were things that people asked for, or, you know, like, and they contained more things adding to the sandbox. It's like, with Minecraft, that's the kind of game where you want to, like, you want to code it to make it easier to be modded, but, and you also want to code it to, you know, promote, but you'd also want to code it and, you know, update it to have more, you know, to have more and better mod support. Not mod support, but you also want it to have, you know, more monsters to fight, more types of villages, things like that. You want to expand upon the game and expand on the sandbox. But in the end, you're not changing the core of the game, or at least they used to before, like, 1.9, where they, like, changed the way attacking works, and they changed the way enchanted golden apples worked. Like, enchanted golden apples, alright, that's fine. They also changed the way sharpness enchantment works. Like, they weakened it, and they changed the way attacking works, too. Which is stuff that I don't like that much. Like, I'm kind of disappointed by it, honestly. Alright, so... But yeah, like, that's something that I like. However, let's look at the way Halo 5 did updates. When the game came out, it had less game modes than the original Halo that came out in 2005. To this day, not 2005, 2001 actually. Never mind, I lied. 2001. That was okay. Don't know what the hell just happened to Despair, I do the Illuminati thing, but I can't edit it to do the Illuminati thing. So, yeah. Anyways.
Here goes nothing.
Anywho.
My stone, thank you, fleshling.
Despair is true.
The will, they must be.
I'm afraid not.
It records our history, our law, our songs, Ryder. It's no mere coincidence that you revived me.
We?
I am too large for secret places, but you are nimble and small.
Very well. Where can I find this chronicle?
It's been so long since I held it. I do not know where it lies, but if there is a...
I will return with this chronicle.
What do I... What a pain in my ass. Like, I keep doing that, and it drives me bonkers. Anyway, it's time to go complete those side quests, the Shattered Forge, and the, and Carns? Damn it. Either way, I'm gonna go complete those.
I restored your forge and brought life. Tell me now, old one.
As is the tree, horseman. That is why you must awaken. But have you asked yourself?
Tree of life.
The tree of life is whether the tree of life. I have lived 1,000.
The hell?
You have touched the darkness.
Here is what you asked.
Ah, this talisman.
No, but I believe I might bend it a little.
What do you seek, Ryder?
The Maker's Chronicle.
I hardly know why you would be interested in the Chronicle.
Isn't there anything?
Well, a lodestone. You see, the artifacts were hewn from the same stone, and they will...
Where can I find one?
These stones are precious. They may only be used once.
I care nothing for its worth.
Very well, but I need something in return. There is a dying species known as Shadowleaf. Its seeds have powerful healing properties.
Fair enough.
The creatures roaming the land enjoy...
Farewell.
Worry not, mate. Now you can find your way home.
This compass guided me to hold it again after so long. It makes me feel a mere 500 years old. Thank you.
Did I not get my reward? Apparently so.
I believe you were...
Oh, Splinter...
I leave you to your work, Alice.
Should you come this way again, you may find items of even greater power. Oh, It's you, horseman.
Alright. So, I think I might call it a wrap here. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. Anyways, all I can really say is I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna call this a wrap, and yeah, adios. So I'll be gathering those seeds at some point, and you know, off screen, of course. The reason I'd be doing them off screen is because I don't have the patience to do it on screen, and also because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me do another fetch quest. So, anyways, adios. Hold on. There we go. Bye.